If my husband cheats on me, for me, I think it actually can be the best thing.
What? Wait. No one asked about this, but he was like, I'm a little homophobic. Why?
Sexual person, just curious though.
Hey, yo, you like to f a lot? I don't even know your name, bro. Whoa. Hey guys, today we're going to be watching a Jubilee video titled, Can Men and Women Just Be Friends? I mean, the answer is obviously yes, but let's watch some people argue about it for some reason. So yeah, enjoy the video.
Men and women cannot just be friends.
There's always this underlying current to a man and a woman when they're just friends, because there's this sexual attraction, this energy that you can't even see it. It's always flowing. And men, as you know, you guys are conquerors. You want a conquest. You want to, even if it's a friend.
Two of my best friends are women. We have great times together all the time. Not once have I considered sleeping with them or anything like that.
Ever?
No. But that's the thing is though.
In their darkest hour, in your darkest hour, come on.
No.
I was expecting guys that are like, nah, dude, like men and women can't be friends and all this shit. But it's actually a woman. To be fair, it's only one woman that's saying it. No, there's always an undercurrent sexual stuff going on. At least from what I've heard so far, was this like one guy that's like, no, I have like female friends. I'm a normal human being. I don't think about fucking everything all the time, which I'm kind of happy about. But it's only 2 minutes 10 seconds in, so we could I could stand corrected. There's still plenty of time for guys to sabotage this moment of solidarity that we have.
Are your friends attractive?
Yes.
Like they look good.
But attractive is subjective.
But like this like generally speaking, like your girls like look good, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if you was just lonely, like it's been a moment, you didn't want to beat it. You know what I mean? Or like, you know.
There's a special exemption. I'm non-monogamous, so I never have to worry about intimacy.
Well, that's why.
Yeah. So you getting played. So you ain't worried about your man.
Oh,
He's like getting it.
oh, I'm so glad we're doing some react shit. Holy shit. He said, oh no. Oh, wind that back.
So you getting played. So you ain't worried about your man.
He's like getting it, so he doesn't need it. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if you was lonely, you wasn't getting it though, and your friend was throwing it.
I guess that's a difference to show. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Over here
to the dark side.
Okay.
If we're not attracted,
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
just
friends.
friends.
Yeah.
As a straight, very monogamous man, I grew up mainly being friends with women.
Let's fucking go. Let's go. We have some normal people. I can't believe it.
Felt more comfortable in those spaces. I felt more comfortable talking to women. I've never been like a bro, rah, that type of thing. So
all right, bro, don't fuck this up for us. Come on.
I think men and women absolutely can be. I have friends that I've had since elementary school, middle school. We talk very often and we talk about all these things, and it has never affected that aspect of the relationship because we're men and women. We're just people.
But you know what's gonna happen now? Someone's gonna turn around and be like, but you wouldn't though? Really? You're telling me really you actually wouldn't? Even if you were lonely? Really? Oh, I see you have a different worldview to me that like contradicts mine. I'm gonna just think you're lying. Yeah, the rah shit is that was something, but I don't want to hate on this guy. This guy is a champion, okay? He has female friends and he's not a creep as far as we know. I'm gonna take that, okay? The bar for men in general is so fucking low that I'm gonna take this as a win.
People can be friends. It's not.
Completely agree.
Yeah. So
I can't believe this is controversial.
Kind of a Christian worldview. I believe that, God created man and woman to come together in love and attraction to be one.
No one asked about this. No one asked him, but he was like, I just want to clarify, I'm a little homophobic. Why? This is so unnecessary. Just keep it to yourself. I'm not saying that believing that makes you homophobic. It's just when you hear that, anyways.
And so from that standpoint, I believe that there is just a natural attraction. I have had some extremely close friends that were girls, and that attraction just developed because it wasn't just physical, but it was love. It was getting to see how they were around their family, around kids, what they do for work, what they do for school, developing that relationship. So from my perspective, that attraction develops because I wasn't just looking at her from just, she's just a body. Yeah, she's just a piece of meat. Yeah. You develop that emotional attraction.
Right. What everybody else is trying to say, brother, sometimes it doesn't ever develop beyond where it's just friends into something else because you don't actually find them attractive or another kind of reason. Ugh. You know, because I bet if you ask this guy as well, it's just like, wait, do you want to bang every girl you've ever met? He'd be like, no, that's fucking ridiculous, right? But then it's just like, but if we were friends though, if we were friends, he's literally just saying he's unable to be friends with a woman without getting a that's the point I was making. Literally, he's saying to all the women on the internet, online, I can't be friends with you, and I'm gonna make it weird eventually. So all the women like who know this person, if I was the one watching this, I'd be like, all right, cool. Like, I guess we can't hang out with Dave or whatever his fucking name is because it's gonna try and fuck me eventually or some shit. This is such a dumb move. Even if you thought like this, just like don't admit that. Like don't admit this publicly. Like this is a really bad take. It's really it's creepy as fuck.
Which is why I'm over here. Yes, joining this.
Wait, what?
I would ask
Because I completely agree with you on that.
How did that work?
Yes. 100%.
I would date someone I do not find physically attractive.
Oh.
3, 2, 1.
Ah, man. Like, you want to say something first?
I do it all the time because there's a lot you don't, just from the physicalness. It's like sometimes there's some people that I learned just by not going in based off physical attraction is I end up being attracted to them just because of their personality. And, you know, looks can be deceiving. I could say the same on the opposite end where I thought someone was absolutely attractive, but then I got to know them and they were the worst person I could have possibly been.
I kind of fuck with Frank. I kind of fuck with this guy. They all just admitted to doing this, but they're all standing on like the other side of the fucking like, I don't want to say map. That's so fucking gamer brained. They all admitted that like they have developed attraction for somebody over a period of time when there initially wasn't that there. And then now they're like, now there's only one dude really standing on the other side. It's like, yeah, like maybe try to get to know the person first. Maybe not just off of like their appearance. You might find other ways to like develop an attraction, which is such a like a mature take. The only honest dude to be, yeah, literally the only honest guy. I believe the other guy's being honest too, that he like will try and fuck any girlfriend. Like I believe that guy. I believe he's just honestly a creep.
Someone was absolutely attractive, but then I got to know them and they were the worst person I could have possibly been on a date with.
I feel like
that's like a thing as well. Like there's even like a meme like getting the ick. Like you initially like there was a chance with that person and they did something or you learned something about them that's not just based off their appearance that makes you think they're no longer attractive.
like you can definitely not be attracted to somebody initially, and then as you get I feel like at that point, like once I like someone's personality romantically, I probably also think they're attractive.
I would say that for some, you know, it's not a reflection on your character.
I'm not gonna lie, this dude at the back, the dude in the fucking yellow, this guy has no fucking backbone. He's just like, This is literally like his whole fucking thing. He's literally just like this the whole time. This is the guy the whole time. It's like, I see what you're saying, and I have a very strong opinion on this. And then it's just like someone says anything just remotely related to their fucking like worldview, and it's just like the tiniest little thing, and the dude's just like, all right, I changed my entire worldview completely. And then he'll come back and it's like, all right, I changed my mind. No backbone.
You meet someone and you can't hear their voice first thing most of the time. You just see them and you're like, oh, that person's attractive. Or like, I don't see myself with that person because I don't find them attractive. And that's totally fine. Not everybody's attracted to everybody. But me personally, I would not be with someone I don't find attractive.
So I got to give context here, right? If I'm meeting you in person and you don't look good, then I'm over there with y'all. But if I'm meeting you through a dating app and I get catfished, but you're kind of cool, then, because I met a girl that had nice pictures. But then when I seen her in person, she was a little bit bigger than I prefer, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, right?
Well, everyone can have nice pictures today.
Now, there's nothing wrong with being a bit bigger, but for preference sake, I wasn't really feeling it. But her personality is what got me. And then I started entertaining it. So, right? Even though I got catfished, I actually considered, taking it seriously.
And I also date, sometimes I really try this because it's led to some great people I've got to meet along the way. I will date outside of my preferences just to see what that's like.
I think that's a totally fair thing to do, like dating outside your preference. I think that's something, if you're single, you should do. Sometimes the differences can be attractive. Like someone could be totally interested in something you don't care about at all. Just the fact that they have a certain energy or passion, you can be attracted or interested in this thing that you normally like wouldn't give a fuck about. But because someone that's coming in with like such good energy and so much passion, maybe even expand your knowledge about the world and the way you live your life, you know? Like, yeah, I think dating people from like different backgrounds, different personalities, outside of what your usual type or preference you think you have, is super like mind opening. Even if you don't become a relationship, it's just a great way to just learn more about people. Yeah, I think that's healthy. I think that's cool. Like, just because you also date someone doesn't mean that you're gonna be like boyfriend, girlfriend, or like it's gonna develop into something bigger. But like giving something that's outside your preference a chance, I think that's like great and healthy, to be honest. So
if you're not initially attracted to that person and have a strong sexual attraction, then it's not going to work, because we know that relationships get worse, not better.
What? Wait, hold up. What the fuck? What do you mean relationships get worse, not better? That's like the opposite of what a fucking healthy relationship is supposed to be. It's literally supposed to improve with time. I feel like this woman is just like projecting her own bad experience. And you know, she seems like probably a lovely person, but like I really feel like she's projecting like really bad dating experiences as like, this is how the world is. All relationships will get worse with time. So if they don't start off super great, then like it's hopeless. I completely disagree with that. I don't know what you guys think in chat, but like, I think like having problems at any point, having problems in a relationship, as long as they're not like so big that they're unresolvable, can be like a good opportunity to even make the relationship stronger. Because it's like, okay, you did something I don't like. Is there a way we can work through this? Is there like a compromise? Like, I don't like the way you do this or this. Like, I prefer if you could do this or this. And it's like, oh, cool, I hear that. You know what? I'll do it a little bit differently. And then if you can find some kind of compromise of communication and shit, like problems can make your day-to-day experiences and life with the person you're with so much better, as long as they're addressed. If you don't address it, then yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why so many relationships do get worse with time. I get what she means though, because the longer you are with someone, the more issues you're going to face together, the more monotone it gets, and it can take lots of energy to keep things interesting. I hear that like things can get old, but every issue could be an opportunity to make the relationship stronger. If like a small problem, let's say like a day-to-day problem with someone, like your partner, like knocks the relationship down from like 100% like great down to like 99% or like 98%, like still good, but like it's a little worse somehow, then that's like an opportunity to like address that and then like maybe even go back up or even beyond what it was before, because maybe the solution to that problem could be even more invigorating, because you're continuously getting more passion and interesting things out. It's like for many people's experiences when you start dating, because you're like planning something and it's a new person, there's like a novelty to it, there's a certain excitement to it, and that will wear off as you know the person longer and you face more issues, like you were saying. If things are getting boring, maybe your routines are getting a little bit repetitive, that could be like an opportunity to do something you both have never done before. And now that you have like this familiar bond with someone, you can be like, okay, we can now both maybe go outside of our comfort zones and take our relationship to a level that it's never been at, even our relationship with ourselves, because we have like this strong base of support and we're bored. So let's do something we've never done before. Let's go fucking rock climbing, or even something less extreme. Let's go try out this new restaurant. I think as long as you're open-minded and there's good communication, theoretically, like I'm not like a fucking relationship expert. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really not. I don't want to sound like that, but I feel like I know a thing or two about conflict resolution. Problems are a great opportunity to find out whether or not like this is gonna go somewhere. What's a better take on this is to say relationships change over time. And if you start in a relationship that does not work well from the start, there's a high chance that will only get worse. I would only agree with that statement if you and your partner are not able to like communicate well, plus have the emotional intelligence to like not try and take things too personally. But again, because we're talking about such vague things here that once you get into the specifics, it might get more complicated. It probably will. I feel like if there's problems and then they're not resolved, then it's like death by 1,000 cuts. Like all these small issues are just gonna like pile up and pile up and pile up until it's just not gonna work anymore. And then the relationship crumbles. Like that death by 1,000 cuts thing, I think is like very real. That's what I meant. Yeah, I completely agree. And it does require like a skill set. you know, to do that. And I totally understand why people struggle with that. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. But it would, to wrap this up and come back to the initial point we were trying to say, is that like because of that, because there is the possibility of that, it doesn't mean that like if a relationship starts out with some problems, that means it has to get worse. If you have like those skills that we were talking about, like the communication, the, you know, the empathy, the compromising, the emotional intelligence, it could get better. And that's something that I've experienced, not just in relationships, but even in friendships. I almost forgot we were doing a reaction thing.
I don't know. I think it's a recipe for a disaster.
Cheating is the worst thing my partner could do to me. 3, 2, 1.
That's pretty fucking terrible. Wait, why is this split? 1 second, what? Why is this split? Isn't this like universally like really like the fucking worst shit? Other than like getting, I don't know, maybe getting stabbed in the face. Like that's maybe worse, maybe, yes. Okay, that's worse. But like, come on now.
I feel like there's like probably worse things like in theory that a partner could do to their partner, but just because that's such an important aspect for me, and like I feel like my partners in the past have like been very aware that was like something that I actively would not do. I feel like that would just make it, that adds like an extra element of evil.
Yeah, my mind goes to marriage. I mean, you know, when you marry this woman, when I marry a woman someday, you promise literally everything you have to be with her, literally thick and thin, to be with her through everything, through highs and lows. And I mean, if you do something like cheating, it's basically like, screw this love, this wasn't real. These promises that I made between us and God mean nothing. I think for a lot of Christians, that's like a big thing, is cheating. I mean,
100%. And it's one of the 10 commandments too. It's like, do not commit adultery.
Yeah.
So that is definitely the worst thing, because getting married is a promise between you and that person and God.
I mean, technically there's worse things, like they could kill you, which would...
What did I say? I knew they would try and debate, bro. There's like, technically you could get fucking like impaled through the ass. Like technically.
probably be the worst thing, because then like you're not even in the picture.
You belong over here.
Wait, no way. That's the reason why they went onto the other side.
Like, you know, but I would say that would like destroy me, and I would never even think about something like that.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I was actually cheated on a few,
man,
4 or 5 months ago. I struggled with self-esteem so much growing up, and that was the worst thing that could have happened. That destroyed any chance I had at self-love at that time. And it was just devastating for me. Like, it really was just devastating, because it didn't just destroy that relationship, it destroyed my entire image of myself that I had built up based on other people's validation, and I had to rip it down to the studs and just fully start over. Yeah, so that's why I'm over here. Strongly agree. For me personally, it was the worst thing that could have happened.
Cheating is up. It's not a good feeling.
I feel weird to not pause and say something about that, but yeah, I feel bad for that dude, man. Like, it's fucked up. Don't cheat, period.
Is it the worst thing that a partner could do to me? To be honest, I've outgrown that. Bro, I had over $250,000 stolen from me this year, bro.
Weird flex.
And that put me in a dark ass place. Now imagine if my partner stole that money from me, or she was just a homie. I'd be more mad about the money. You feel me, right?
I don't have that money to be stolen.
So you're saying you care more about money than a relationship?
But because at the end of the day, me and my ex, we ain't together no more, so I don't give a fuck if she
Yeah, no reason to mention this. Yeah.
was a homie, if she was, right? But if she stole my money, that affects my life. You know what I mean, right? So my whole thing is, when we talking about the prompt, is cheating the worst thing that the partner could do for me? I've been cheated on before. The first time I was cheated on, bro, I was petty. I was in high school, bro. I drove all the way to the crib and told her mom what she was doing with me. You know what I mean, right? Yeah, I was vengeful. But now I just be like, you know, so many people do it. There's worse things that they have. Like, if you kill my mom, I'll be more mad rather than you f***ing a homie.
The sanctity of marriage is supposed to be till death do us part. That doesn't mean if you're carnal.
I feel like this is such a like dumbass thing to debate on, because like I think everyone is in agreement that like if you, I don't know, throw 1,000 hammers at my face, like that probably feels worse than getting cheated on, at least like in the moment, right? Like, no one's debating. No one. This is so fucking moronic.
Flesh gave in, and you had, you know, an indiscretion that you're able to hit the door running. No, that means there's work to be done. We have problems. For me, I think it actually can be the best thing, because it's
what? Wait. Did you just say cheating can be the best thing? 1 second. Hold up. Hold up.
You know, an indiscretion that you're.
An indiscretion. She is cheating, bro. Whoever is watching this, if you're with her, leave, bro. Leave. She is. I know I said before she's probably a lovely lady, and who knows, she might be. But she's either giga brainwashed or she is doing some things. I think. I don't know. I'm just a guy with an opinion. But that's fucking crazy to say. If you just do a little mistake, like, you know.
Of marriage
Holy
is supposed
shit.
to be till death do us part. That doesn't mean if your carnal flesh gave in and you had.
Bro, you are not separate from your carnal flesh. Your carnal flesh doesn't just fucking give in. Bro, that's you in control of your fucking body making a decision. That's still you doing the fucking thing. Holy shit, Janelle.
You know, an indiscretion that you're able to hit the door running. No, that means there's work to be done. We have problems. For me, I think it actually can be the best thing because it's a sign that there is a huge problem in the relationship that needs fixed.
I bet she is 1,000. Yeah, 1,000%, bro. If you've ever been cheated on, it's actually probably your fault. It's your fault. There's something that we need to fix in our relationship. This is actually a really good thing. Like, sorry, babe. I'm sorry I cheated on you, but it was your fault because there's something wrong with our relationship. Like, but this is a great thing though. Like, don't be mad though. This is a great thing. Like, when you think about it, this is great.
Most sex is not emotional. So it's just
What do you mean most sex is not emotional? What do you mean? Like, where are you getting this stat? I'm sorry, I'm stun-locked here, but like, what do you mean by that? How do you know most sex is not emotional? What do you mean by not emotional?
bodily acts that animals do, and you're going to blow up a marriage or a relationship with children over sex.
Hey, don't get married if you think like this. That's what I'm gonna say. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody, and that's fair. I guess she just lays there with a poker face waiting to be done. Exactly, yeah. Sorry, I'm really struggling with fucking words right now. Because this is fucking crazy. Don't get married if you want to fuck loads of people. That's totally fine to fuck loads of people. We're totally cool with that. If you want to have sex with multiple partners, even some of them at the same time, that's cool. Just don't tell someone that you're not going to do something and then lie to them and then break the promise. Holy shit.
I think that is ridiculous.
Hey guys, crazy take here, but like lying and breaking trust, wrong.
With sex,
you could say that about the person doing the cheating too.
I've been cheated on, so I have been cheated on.
Well, so you think that's something you could like, oh, you have gotten over it?
I have gotten over it. If my husband cheats on me, of course I'd be devastated. I'm human, I believe, just like all y'all too. But I'd be like, damn, like, what's the problem here?
The problem's him, bro.
What's the issue?
See,
and can we solve this?
Why don't you just talk? Like, if you guys are married and you have that emotion.
I feel like there's things before that
happen though. We know that people don't.
I think we should work to changing that.
We should, but that doesn't mean I'm going to unconditionally love you just because you went and had an indiscretion. I wouldn't do that to my son. My son F's up all the time and does crazy shit. I'm like, where on God's green earth did you learn that? That doesn't mean I stop loving him.
For men, I feel like we take cheating a lot more personally as opposed to women. It comes to the ego.
People's boundaries are all different. So if, you have perhaps been with no or less partners and then you get married, to learn that person cheated would be proportionally much more devastating.
Why are they trying to calculate the fucking severity of the cheating based on like the number of partners? What is this infidelity math that is going on right now? This is why I don't think I'd be good on one of these shows, because I just be like, bro, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, this is obviously wrong. There is no conversation here. I think I'd just be like, I'm standing on strongly disagree with cheating because I think it's just fucked up to lie and break someone's trust. And then they'd be like, okay, next question, I guess. I guess it's good they got some yappers.
Stating to someone who's had maybe a lot of relationship experience and therefore that's more of an active part in their life. So I think that everyone's boundaries are...
Wait, that still doesn't even make any sense. They usually don't pick normal people for these yeah, to be fair. The most normal person here is actually in my opinion, is like Frank, the non-monogamous guy, which is interesting because I'm not about that life. I respect people obviously who do that, because it's like, I respect anyone who's like putting like boundaries, having conversations. As long as there's consent, no one's getting hurt, and that's like their life, fair. That's cool. I don't know why I had to even explain that. I was just surprised at someone with a very different lifestyle. Like, I agree with everything it's basically saying so far. Watch him say like some crazy shit and I have to take back all of this.
I know for me personally, I would say that I'm a woman that would take that devastatingly seriously and would not look lightly at it. So it depends on the person's boundaries.
If you had children and if you had a family involved, you would break up your family over a man's one-time indiscretion. Yes, that would adversely affect your child and possibly send her to the stripper pole.
I don't.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is literally how I feel right now. Right here. This is my reaction. Come on, bro. Like that's fucking ridiculous. Like she just vomited the biggest shit. This stripper pole. No, you should actually, according to her logic, you should stay in a cheating relationship with like, even if it's just a bad relationship, just like even if it's like abusing you, like it doesn't matter, because if you guys break up, no matter what you do, your like kids are going to be absolutely ruined and like spontaneously combust. You're just going to immediately die because you guys got divorced, and there's nothing you can do to like mitigate the effect of the divorce or anything like that. Holy shit. I thought it was only our generation and the younger ones that have brain rot, but this has just reminded me that like brain rot is not like exclusive to age range at all. She is like proving case in point that fucking boomers can do it too. So thank you for that, Janine. The stripper pole, that seems too specific. I know it does seem, yeah, you know, it does seem really I'm not going to insinuate much. I'm not going to insinuate that maybe this has happened to her and she blames her parents for that. I'm not going to insinuate that. I think I just did. Fuck.
Like it's making a lot of.
That feels like
what
happens.
This is
what
I feel like that.
We don't
that
want to
just
answer
shows,
those questions, but
that shows an example onto the kids. Like, oh, this is not that bad of a thing.
Yeah, and I think.
Oh, facts. Okay, I can't believe I'm actually agreeing with something he said. Yes.
That like somebody cheating on you is more than just like a physical thing. Like that's a break of trust, and I feel like.
Yes, exactly. It's the fucking break of trust.
Yeah, if you can't have that trust in someone, then I also don't want them to be like raising my kids with me.
Yeah. So we're all saying that love is conditional is the end of
Yeah, 100% agree with that.
Love is unconditional, but like, what if he's like stabbing you in the fucking stomach? Are you still like, this relationship is exactly the same as it was pre-stabbing? Like, that's crazy. I can't believe you're saying that like someone's actions would make me like change how I feel or think about them. That's fucking crazy. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck, man? Wait, you're telling me that, like, if your partner treats you badly all of a sudden, the relationship doesn't change in any way? It's just like, boo-hoo cracker? Like, fuck you, I guess? The hell?
Monogamy is overrated. 3, 2, 1.
Of course.
Bro, this guy, again, just has no real worldview.
Come on, man. Get over here. Get your phone over here. You know you belong here. At least
Think about it.
We're like a second.
Think about it.
We're taught from the Disney, all these fairy tales, it's like you're supposed to be with that one and only, you know? So it's very frightening to break something traditional. But after like a few months with it, I just knew I'm like, this is the right choice. I've been in the most happiest of relationships. I just celebrated my 3 years with my primary partner. And like, as well as my 2-year anniversary with my secondary partner. But it's like, you know, I do think that monogamy is kind of overrated. I don't think that there's anything like, you know, wrong with it. If that's what you want to do, go for it. But I do think that non-monogamy and poly relationships should be something that like, it's looked at as an option.
I think nowadays I know more.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair. You know, if it's for you, if you're like, yeah, I like this and I'm gonna stick with this, and the people I'm with are all like in the loop and they all have the same kind of like, you know, they're on board too, then that doesn't fucking affect anyone else. So like, let them do what they're gonna do. Personally, it's not for me. I'm too jealous, and also, frankly, that's just, yeah, you know, I just don't think I could deal with that personally. But that's why, like, but no one's forcing me to do that. You see the difference here? For anyone who looks at this and goes like, no, non-monogamy, whatever. Like, no, dude, like, if they want to do that, that doesn't affect you in any way. In no way, shape, or form does this affect your, like, worldview or how you want to live your life. Multiple people can have different worldviews going on at the same time, and it doesn't affect either of us negatively. Let's see what these motherfuckers say.
Open relationships than I do strictly closed relationships
Yeah.
with the people that I know. I would say I disagree that monogamy is overrated, but I do agree that for some people like yourself, poly relationships work better. So I don't look down upon them. I think whatever works for you works for you.
Yes.
But I can still say that for like someone like myself or people that are similarly just very focused and have like strict kind of like, I just can't ever, oh my God, I could never imagine more than like one
It's
person.
a lot.
It depends
takes
on
a
the
lot.
person,
Yeah.
so therefore I don't think monogamy is overrated. I think it depends on the person, and I think for me it's definitely not over. It's the only option. For you, poly is like the right way, so it just depends. I'm completely non-judgmental. I think it just depends.
I just want to say, I don't mind monogamy, right? I just don't like a controlling relationship where it's completely like, no, you can't nobody else. But at the same time, you want to me once or twice a month. You know what I mean? Right. And
Exactly.
So you know,
That just sounds like you chose someone who isn't compatible with you in terms of like sexually. So you guys just shouldn't be like, you know, if that's a deal breaker for you, then that's a deal breaker for you, and like don't be in a relationship with them. That doesn't make it a controlling relationship because you can't then cheat on her. That just means you guys weren't compatible for the jump. Holy shit.
My ex was together for 5 years. I actually broke up with her in April, but for 2.5 years out that relationship, we was barely, we're like maybe once a month.
Yeah.
Then I moved her in the crib.
Have you maybe talked to her about this and maybe seen like what's going on with that? I wonder.
Yeah. And then when I moved her in the house, for the whole first year of her living in the house, she just didn't want to have sex.
That's right.
Yeah. Now we had an agreement that we had agreed on where we could do various things that we just didn't want to know about and stuff like that, right? And because you wasn't me and like that, I was handling the agreement, like I was following the agreement. But because there were certain things that wasn't necessarily 100% out there, that created complications in the relationship to the point that it ended up to us breaking up.
I think it's definitely like it has a place like for certain people. Like obviously we have two people who are like very religious here and it works well for them. And I just think like if I was in an open relationship, I would go crazy. Like even when I'm in like a normal relationship where it's like I don't expect them to cheat on me, I'm still like it's suspect. Yeah. So I just like if I can't imagine a world where I would agree with that. And also before I had like loved someone or like dated anybody, I was like, oh no, I could totally be in an open relationship. And
sorry, I know she's probably like saying something, but like, I think, is that a Baltimore accent? I just like some of the words she said is just kind of like before.
Then and also before I had like loved someone or like dated anybody, I was like, oh no, I could totally be in an open relationship. And then I actually did, and I was like, oh.
Are you a asexual person? Just curious though.
Like,
hey yo, just out of nowhere, it's like, hey, you like to fuck a lot? It's just like, I don't even know your fucking name, bro. Whoa, hold up. You like to get freaky a lot. Just I know I don't even know your name, but like you like to fuck regularly.
Kind of.
Sure. It's like
So if your partner was very sexual,
it's like kind of okay.
Well, too, and he's like, baby, like I want to be with you, but you always just shut him down because you ain't in the mood.
I don't. That's like never happened.
Okay, but I'm just
like I just feel like that's like not that's like personally for me not an issue. But also, I don't know. I think that would definitely be a conversation if there was like an imbalance. But also, I think there's different things that make people.
You see what she said there? Very quickly, she said it. I feel like if there was an imbalance, that would be a conversation. That's literally it. That's literally it.
Compatible as partners, and that's definitely one of them.
What he's saying is the cry of many men today is that they're not getting enough sex from their.
Maybe there's like a whole thing with men where they're not really like talking to their partners about what they like sexually and compromising and making it more enjoyable for them to accommodate and make it more interesting for them. Because isn't it like crazy stats that like most women don't even orgasm when they have sex? Could you imagine like as a guy, like it's really hard for me to imagine as a guy if most of the time I had sex, I didn't orgasm. Like that would be like, that would kind of suck. I'm not gonna lie. That would like not be great. You know, maybe if it's not every time, like as a kid, like we're not machines, but like if it's like most of the time, like that's kind of shitty. I don't know. Maybe I'd probably be less interested in doing it too, because it just sounds like work. That's my 2 cents.
Partner and not just sex. It's not like men are like, oh, I'm heartless.
That connection.
But listen, men need sex to create intimacy. Women need intimacy to have sex, and people get married.
All the people who fit, they just fit neatly like this. Women definitely don't fuck for the physical aspect of it, and men definitely don't fuck because they like care about emotional. Oh my god, bro! How do you get to this age and have such a fucking narrow-minded view of the world? It blows my mind. It's
married and then fuck around. It's like, just Don't get married then.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
stay,
facts.
stay like this boy, dates and anniversaries every
That's all my people.
Next month is his 1 year anniversary with partner number 3. Like just just
Stay out there doing your dates, and does that make sense?
By the end of the day, nobody should dictate your relationship because everyone's gonna try to push what they think works for you know. This is what's best for you. Like I'm over it. I'm like, why? So I can be frustrated and pissed off and like I've tried it. To me, it did not work.
I want to take perspective because Christian.
Guess what this guy's gonna say.
And I'm gonna take perspective that's from my biblical views. And no disrespect, but I do think polygamy is just laziness.
Not polygamy.
I think
This is polyamory. Polygamy is when it's multiple wives, just one person.
I see that as laziness, that you don't want to commit to someone in the hard times. Like you were talking about a little bit about, well, they're not getting.
So this Christian dude is just like assuming the dynamics of his relationship. I'm sure that this is going to go very well, and he's not immediately going to be corrected by the person who's been in the multiple year content relationship with multiple partners.
Filled sexually, so why not find it somewhere else? Yeah. Why not just do the hard work to work on your relationship?
I agree with that. I was ready for this kind of shit.
He's literally like, I got you now, bitch.
And I mean, there's such a emotional, there's a
He's like, bro, I'm keeping 3 relationships alive. Don't talk to me about laziness, bro. You can just, but you ain't even married, but you ain't got no bitches. I got 3 bitches, and I keep all of them happy. Oh hell yeah, let's fucking go.
Psychological.
Yeah.
Also, 1 second. Just want to clarify. Women are not bitches. Okay, I just threw that word around. Yeah, I don't mean that. It's just. It was funny.
Just importance in being with one person.
Yeah.
I mean,
pair bonding.
So then why do we have such a high divorce rate?
Ooh. Okay, I don't really think that this is a great point, but like that's still gonna be hard for them to explain. So I kind of fuck with it.
I agree with you on that.
Why do we have such a high divorce rate?
Why are people still cheating? Why is open?
Because they're not.
It's gonna be like laziness, I guess.
Our country, I think, is lazy.
Yeah, okay, never mind. He did have a good zinger for that. But Fred, you took this in a totally wrong fucking direction. The divorce rate wasn't what you wanted to talk about. You wanted to talk about, you just wanted to give anecdotal evidence that he can't disprove. It's unfalsifiable.
We don't want to have these hard conversations of maybe we should go to therapy. Maybe we should try to get help because we love one another. It's like,
yeah. This is why this was a mistake, Fred. You fucked up because you took it to a place that has multiple variables when you could have just stayed in your domain. Now it looks like fucking this guy is right, but really you just took it to a place that's not yours. That wasn't even relevant.
Or even to talk about it, period. Just to talk about it, right?
So me and my ex, we actually did couples therapy because again, we was barely for like 2.5 years, bro. We went to couples therapy. Next thing you know, everything was great for like a month. And then one day she just blew up. She said, man, I still don't feel like you this and that. Like she went in, bro. You know what I mean? So at the same time, there was a point in my relationship where it really just came to the point like, baby, I love everything else about you. You know what I mean, right? This area sucks. Are you still attracted to me? She said, yes, I'm still attracted to you, right? Well, here's the thing. If you just don't want to have sex with me, right? Go somebody do this. I don't give a Let's have that conversation, right? Because I get everything else I want from you anyways. I was open to the idea. I want to be with my woman, but if you don't want to do this, I'm fine. Just
yeah.
Get on the same page.
I mean, I understand the importance of sex, but there's self-sacrifice in every relationship you need to make. If you're happy with her and everything she had, but you also have a value on sex, then maybe she's not the right person.
But the thing was, did I want to go look for greener grass, or did I just want to water my own grass? I just stuck it out for 5 years, bro.
That's another aspect of being like romantically compatible with someone, and sometimes there's like one thing that's not there and that sucks. But it's like especially if that other person, that's something that they prioritize. Like personally, if my partner was like, oh, like I love like everything about you, but like this is not compatible, and they wanted to go sleep with other people, like that would make me feel so bad about myself.
Yeah.
And that's why it works
like,
for you.
That's what
I'm just saying like that's like a compatibility issue then, I think, because I'm not your ex-girlfriend, I don't know how she feels, but if I were in that scenario, I just like that just would make me so sad. Even though it's like it's not your fault.
The comments gonna talk so much shit.
Yeah,
right.
They're gonna be like, he's
the
a
day
slut,
I
he's
broke
a
up with my girl, bro, she told me like I won't say everything. The day I broke up with my girl, she said, man, she's like, I just be counting down the days. Like when we have sex in like 12 days, I gotta go have sex with y'all. Otherwise, I actually gonna get mad. You know what I mean, right? And I'm hearing all this, right? You know what I mean?
Whoa.
So she said a bunch, and I felt like I had to break up with her, right?
Yeah, no, that's
did not want to. I feel like I had to.
Yeah, that would definitely take a toll on you.
I think all this goes back to clear communication because if I don't think that cheating means that polyamory would actually be the solution to that.
I would date someone
in this room. Oh
3,
shit.
2, 1.
I bet the Christians. Yes, I was literally gonna say the same thing. I feel like low-key they were kind of hitting it off.
We'll
Yeah.
go out with you.
That's not how that is.
Like perfect example, right? Like Janelle, she got good energy, right? Now imagine Janelle might be the coolest person. Next thing you know, you start getting to know her, she might be crazy. You'd be like, then you come over here all of a sudden.
Generally, the few people I've been attracted to, they look like Tim Burton dolls or just like weird goth people. Yeah, just like weird goth people. So like, it's just coincidence. It's very rare that I see these people. So it's not a personal.
That's a safe answer.
Sir?
My girlfriend would kill me. And
Hey.
I like to think I'm pretty picky, so.
But am I not your type though?
You got me feeling some type of way now that you say it. I don't know.
Let's go.
So you're my good friend.
Okay.
Wait. This is how like guy friends talk to each other. It's just flirting. This is such a perfect example of it.
My gosh.
I mean, for me, beliefs are extremely important. I mean, I'm trying to get all flirty, but you are also very gorgeous.
Oh no. Oh no, I can't.
But no, beliefs are very important within relationships. I think I look into, obviously I have a desire to be a husband and one day be a father. And I think if you have difference in beliefs, it's very hard to raise coherently.
Absolutely.
I think that just is extremely important.
What's she gonna say? Oh, they cut what she said out? Yeah, she said no. If she was like, I'll date you, that would have been in the fucking show for sure. That would have been the finale. But the fact that there was no word from her at all, yeah. I hope she brutally rejected him. I mean, you said it. I don't know. I think being rejected, even if it's really polite and gentle, like on camera in front of a crowd of people, no matter how you word it, it's gotta be pretty fucking brutal, right? It's gotta be pretty fucking brutal no matter who you are. So that's a L. Gotta hold that. Thank you for watching the video. It means a lot. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, like the video. And if you didn't, well, why'd you watch it? It would mean a lot to me if you supported the channel by subscribing and liking and following me on Twitch. That way you know when I go live next and you can be a part of the conversation. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.